to the Hustle, Heal and Heals podcast. We're your hosts, Kiara
and Fifi.
And today we're talking big fat Indian wedding.
Oh, finally.
There's nothing that's as good for the soul as a big fat Indian wedding. There's also nothing as stressful as a big fat Indian wedding.
I'm still waiting for my container of food, but okay.
I should have brought the soji. That soji was amazing.
I've heard.
It was impeccable.
And yet I sit here in the cold with none in front of me.
Do you know I don't actually know anyone that brings back wedding soji though?
No, you're not supposed to bring back
any. But now that I think about it, that would be great. Like, damn it, maybe we should try and make some. I did see a recipe recently on one of these like TikTokers that do food. And they have a wedding soji recipe. So I actually think we should try it.
Well, yeah, we can either do it on live, cooking live, or we can just...
Oh, that's ambitious, but okay.
Very ambitious. Or we can just do it and post the video. Anyway, circling back.
To the wedding.
To the wedding.
To the wedding.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
First off.
Do you have questions?
Yes.
Okay.
First question. When does it actually start? Because traditional white and most African weddings would start with an engagement or lobola negotiation, and it goes from there. So,
look, I could be corrected, and nobody come at me for anything I say. This is all based on experiences from all of my older cousins and friends. So as far as I know, what we do is, when the couple decides that they're ready to get married, or if they've been together for long enough, then there's obviously pressure from their parents to get married. So the different families meet each other.
Okay.
So on one day, the bride or the girl, her family, her parents, her aunts, her uncles, her elders, they will take trays and they will go to the boy's family. And it's basically a meet and greet and an introduction so that the families get to know each other. And then the same thing happens where the boy's family goes to the girl's family's house and they take trays. I think it's 3 or 5 trays, and it usually has fruit and something sweet and then something for the girl or the guy. And it's basically just so that the families can integrate and they can get comfortable with each other. And then I think the uncles can talk about what they would expect from the ceremonies or the wedding ceremonies. In some more traditional families, I think that there's like a formal engagement that happens. There's a very complicated word for it that I can't pronounce.
Okay.
But there is like a very traditional like styled engagement with a prayer and everything that would happen. But if anybody knows a little bit more than I do and you guys want to share with us, please. But yeah, so that's what happens. And then I think this can happen anytime, like weeks before the engagement, or it can happen like a year before the weeks before the wedding, or like a year before the wedding. I don't think that there's a specific time frame.
Yeah, cool.
I remember when my cousin got married, he got down on one knee first, and then they did the stuff after. But you have to have like parents' permission
To get down on the knee.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, obviously you have to ask the dad for permission or the mom, whatever.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I feel like that just transcends many cultures. It's like asking the dad for permission to marry, and then you propose.
Because also sometimes, so like the exchange of trays and the families meeting families also just happens first, and then you're engaged.
Yes.
And then the like getting down on one knee happens at some other point.
You see, similar to like a lobola negotiation, families meet, exchange, whatever.
Yeah.
Please, it's not whatever. It's just that this is focusing on Indian, so I'm not diving into it. And then after that, technically, in the family's eyes, you're...
Yes.
Well, after the lobola, technically, you're married
yeah.
in the family's eyes. But like now, modern days, people are proposing first, and then negotiations are happening afterwards.
Yeah,
but
it just depends on you and like your family.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's family dependent, it's cultural dependent. Everybody has their own preferences and traditions, and so sometimes with like an Indian wedding, depending on like the mother tongue or the language of the family, the traditions are a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for example, a Tamil girl is marrying a Hindi boy, then you would want to understand what his family would require in the wedding ceremony. So that would all be a little bit different. yeah, and then the discussions happen then and then over the period of time, which is actually really cool. The whole thing is very fun because it's so many events and you get to dress up for everything and you get to eat good food for everything and there's sweetmeats all the time. Oh, you really are living your best life when it's wedding season in a family.
Yes, but you're not the bride. Is she living her best life during this time, or she's?
Well, that's on her. The rest of us are living our best lives.
Yeah, I can guarantee she's stressed to the max, and her mother.
Oh, she is. Oh, and sister if she has one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So my friend got married, and she has a little sister who's just the sweetest thing ever. She's just so cute.
Oh,
and I say little sister, she's 22.
I was just like,
Yeah, but see, I've known the bride since we were 12. So I've known her sister who's like 6 years younger than us.
okay.
And so to me, she's little. And
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, she's a baby. She's a baby. She's a cute baby. But they're like, so even though there's so many pre-wedding things, they're pre-wedding events. So you'll do all of the tray stuff, all of the families meeting, all of the aligning on what we expect the wedding to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And then depending on whether you're Tamil, whether you're Hindi, whether you're Telugu, you'll have your pre-wedding events and then you'll have like your full wedding event.
And all of that, is that all South Indian or including North Indian as well? Because I know there's a difference between South Indian and North Indian weddings.
I feel like, yes, there is.
Okay.
So, again, this is based on what I know from what I've witnessed. I know that with like a Tamil wedding, South Indian, they will do, like, it's very traditional. It's very, I want to say reserved, maybe for lack of a better word.
Conservative?
Kind of. It's more, like, a Hindi wedding's a vibe.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Like, it's party.
Remember all the dresses we saw when we were shopping for...
Yes.
Could I wear any of those to a Tamil wedding?
A traditional wedding, no.
I see, okay.
You'd wear it to the reception.
Okay.
So, for the actual wedding ceremony, okay, maybe let's do pre-weddings, right?
Yeah.
So, for pre-wedding functions, your Tamil wedding has a Nalangu, which is a cleansing ceremony that happens in the morning, where the aunties of the bride and her older cousins and sister, they'll cover her in turmeric, and it's basically a cleansing ceremony and a beautifying ceremony. So you get the glow from the turmeric, which is why I'm very happy to experiment with my skincare, because we know. And then in the evening of that same day, they usually have the night before, which is like a big party, like one last hurrah for her, and they'll do like a clean version of the Nelangu. So all of the other aunties that are, extended by family friends and aunties that have watched her grow up.
Like communities.
Yeah. So they'll come and they'll do like a little bit of a clean Nelangu. So it's like on stage and it's still it's the blessing and the beautifying, and it's so cute. And then the day after that would be the wedding day. So traditionally, South Indian Tamil brides would wear a red sari and a lot of gold jewelry. I think the wedding ceremonies are slightly similar, but there are different names for the different things that happen within the wedding. And usually after the wedding ceremony is over, the bride goes to her house and she will change into another sari. Her mom gives her her lamb, which is like a holy praying. It goes to her prayer place, and the boys' family, they'll come and they'll basically take her from her home to their home, and it's very like emotional because she is now leaving her childhood house and she's going to her husband's house, and she basically says goodbye to everybody, and she goes with her husband, and then her family goes as well. So they'll all take her and they basically get her comfortable in his house, and the husband's family, they'll do like a welcoming ceremony, so snacks, drinks, food, all of that, just to welcome the family, to welcome her, because like it's not just the union of two people, but it's the union of two families. So, and then like with a Hindi wedding or like a North Indian wedding, you have traditionally the mehndi night, which is where they do the mehndi on the bride's hand, and that's got its own symbolisms. They'll have the night before as well. They don't have a nalangu, they have a hardi. But it's still the same turmeric, but I think the prayers may just be different.
Okay.
They'll have the wedding. The bride will wear a lehenga, and then she has her dupatta up as like a veil, and after the wedding, instead of going to her house, she and her husband just go back to like their home, or they go to his home. And then the next day, she comes back to her house, and they have like a bidai, and that's where the bride leaves her home and goes to his home officially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick one.
Yes.
Very quick explanation. The difference between a sari and a lehenga.
Okay, so
Yeah, I've heard you say, I'm wearing my sari, or I'm going to be wearing this lehenga.
Okay, so a sari is a like 6-piece. It's like 6 pieces of. Oh my god! It's 6 meters of material, and you basically drape it around your body. It can be draped in any way depending on which region in India you're from. So there are different types of drapes. So you've got, and then a lehenga is a 3-piece outfit. So you've got your skirt, you've got your blouse, or your, I think it's called a choli, which is like the fitted blouse, and then you've got your dupatta, which is the scarf, the shawl.
Okay.
Saris generally are for like Indian weddings.
Mm-hmm.
More, I think, traditional, whereas lehengas are very, like, I think, I don't want to say versatile, but they just create a different look. So they're big, and they have their bouffant under them, and yeah, a lot of North Indian brides would wear a lehenga versus a sari.
Do you know how to drape a sari?
Yes.
Okay.
Very comfortably. I'll drape one for you one day.
Okay.
Quite easy. I know sometimes if you can't drape the sari, then they do have it made and they have it like pre-pleated for you and stuff.
I've seen videos of draping of saris. That's why I asked. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like a...
God, no one's asked me that question before. Yeah, so it is different. I feel like some people find it easier to move in a lehenga because it really is just a skirt. Whereas a sari, you do have the pleats in the front that can make it easy if you're not comfortable to walking in one. But I think from what I've seen, South Indian brides will have a lot more jewelry because of how simple the saris usually are for the weddings. Like, it's not really usually a lot of work because the material's rich, so it's like silk.
Mm-hmm.
So you have more jewelry, whereas a lehenga has a lot more work for a wedding. Like the bride this weekend. Beautiful lehenga. It was like she literally sparkled on stage, which is just stunning. They're very pretty. It's a very contrasting look. Yeah.
Okay. Continue. So we've done the pre-wedding activities.
Yeah. So
night before, and it's typically just one day of pre-wedding activities or 3 days of pre-wedding activities.
Yes, so sometimes you'll have your mehndi night, you'll have your night before, and then you'll have your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll have, if you're a South Indian bride, you'll probably just have your night before. It just depends. Sometimes, well, like, if you want to look at modernization now, you have your South Indian brides doing mehndi nights because... So mehndi nights are basically... It's like an event where all of the women in the family can come together and bond. So you've got your aunties, your cousins, your close friends. If sometimes the bride will invite close females from the groom's family, and it's just an event, like it's an evening where you really just relax and chill and bond and like celebrate the bride and this thing that she's going through. Oh God, not going through this milestone in her life. I should chose a better word there. But this milestone in her life. So it's celebrating her and it's spending time together. And because of how I think people live now, you're not seeing each other as often. So it's like a nice way to catch up. And a lot of times you've got family flying in from different provinces and different countries. So it's a great way to just, you know, bond and spend time together before the chaos of the night before and the wedding and before you have to go back home. So, yeah. And the bride usually gets her mehndi done the day before the mehndi night. Just because it has to dry.
Yeah.
So if she does it the night before, she's able to like move freely on the mehndi night. And usually on the mehndi night, then that's when the guests get theirs done.
And I know like the designs each mean something. Like I couldn't, if I was attending a wedding, I couldn't have like a peacock design on my mehndi for some brides.
I have no idea, but we're going to find that out.
Okay.
We're going to Google that after this.
Okay. Do different designs mean something different, or like is there specific designs that only like a bride would have?
Not that I'm aware. I know that a bride's mehndi is a lot more elaborate. So it usually comes all the way up until her elbows.
Yeah.
And she has it on her legs as well.
Ooh.
It's a lot of twirly, a lot of elephants, a lot of paisleys.
How many people do it?
One person.
Does the entire group?
So she'll do the brides the day before, and that takes a few hours.
Yeah.
And then usually it's probably the same person that comes back the next day to do it for the friends and family. It's quite quick. Like the ones that I had done probably took like 15 minutes, and I had it on both hands.
Okay.
It's quick because usually they're experts at what they do. So
yeah, I'm just looking at some of the designs and it looks incredible. So I'm just like, how long?
No, it's quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's a very like colorful thing. So you really dress up in all your colors, and it's casual, and it's very exciting. It's a vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you've touched on colors, different colors that you wear during the on the different nights.
Colorful for your mehndi night, usually yellow for the hardi. I think some North Indian brides do yellow for their night befores as well. I don't know about South Indian brides. I think that's just up to you. I know I would do colorful for my night before, if or when I had one. And then for the wedding, it is red. So
red. Okay.
Traditionally it's red. Like with modernization, you're getting brides doing pastel colors and pastels, like the pastel pinks and the pastel blues, and a lot of times it's so they want to be able to wear it again, because like an Indian outfit is gonna be like, especially the lehengas, and the second you say bridal, they're so expensive, like exorbitantly expensive, and you never wear them again because you can't wear it to somebody else's wedding. So a lot of the brides have been doing like pastels and different colors depending on the venue and stuff like that. So
that makes it harder.
Traditionally, it's meant to be red or like cream with red or red.
That would make it hard to dress though as a guest.
Why?
Is it fine if you wear the same color then?
Well, you wouldn't wear red to an Indian wedding.
Oh no, but like imagine you came in like a pastel blue.
So that's the thing, and that's why we've been kind of complaining, because a lot of these, like I keep saying, an Indian bride should never you should never be able to outdress an Indian bride.
No. I should never. That has never been a concern.
Yes, you should never be able to outdress an Indian bride, and I feel like it's because, firstly, the red, all of the jewelry.
Yes.
And you never have to worry about clashing with her. So my thing is like, and actually, you don't come at me if you want, but if you're doing something that's not red, I don't think you get a complaint if somebody else rocks up in the same color as you, because it's like for a white wedding, you know you're not going to wear white.
Right.
But if the bride decides to wear blue and you wear blue knowing it's a white wedding, it's technically not your fault unless it's specifically stated, because sometimes the invitation could just say not this color. But yeah, also I need these Indian brides to stop doing minimalistic, because there's nothing minimalistic about an Indian bride.
There's nothing minimalistic about a wedding in general.
Yes.
That is the one day to go full out. Literally everything is about you.
Yeah.
So as soon as we see you, we need to go right, not ooh, someone point it out.
Yes, like you should be able to tell her in a crowd full of people. Also, I feel like the energy of the bride.
Yes.
Because like the nice thing now is that brides aren't you're not as sad and you don't have to pretend that you're not enjoying the wedding. It's literally your day. Have a ball. And my friend was literally a burst of energy at every single one of her functions.
Good.
Like, she looked like she was genuinely enjoying it. Well, she's generally a burst of energy, but you could see that she was happy to be a bride, and she was happy to be celebrating this event, and she was happy that all these people were there. And like, the energy that you get from that, you can really feed off for every single function, because there's so many functions. So like, there's no way that you're gonna have to find ways to like recuperate and find energy for each event, because you're really feeding off the celebration and the fact that she's so happy, which is really cool.
Okay, so this past weekend, walk me through your outfits and how you got your outfits.
Okay, so, oh my god, I had all of my outfits planned because I knew way in advance when this wedding was happening.
Yeah.
I knew that I could do the most and it was gonna be fabulous. So I was very, very excited, and I went and sprained my ankle and got crutches, and my mother was like, I don't think you're gonna be able to wear a sari. And a sari is generally my go-to outfit because I'm just comfortable in it. It also, like, the way a sari is draped makes it really easy to create a shape. So even if you're feeling a little extra chubby, a sari is just going to help boost that confidence. I will swear by one anytime and every single time. Yeah, so me and my sprained ankle had to go shopping in Durban because I got there and I was like, I'll wear this, this, and this. And my mom was just like, I don't think so. Not a good idea. Maybe rethink it, because the bride is important to you. You want to look your best. I was like, okay, fine, we're gonna go shopping. So I hit up one of these aunties that I know for a really long time. So she has a store. It's called Sangeeta Creation. So she's in Morningside, and I've never left her empty-handed. She always has good stuff. I went, and in 30 minutes, I think, I found 2 outfits. One for the night before, one for the wedding. And I just want to point out, it took me 30 minutes to find 2.
Took us how long?
Yeah.
2 months and a bit? No, like, 2 months to find a dress.
I kept thinking about that, and I was like, I told you this was easier.
Yeah, but that wasn't an option.
But yeah, so it was really cool. So I ended up, and then for the mehndi night, I just pulled stuff out of my mom's cupboard because I was still trying to navigate my ankle.
Yeah.
And I needed to not use the crutches. So I got a moon boot. And then I needed to cover the boot because I didn't want anyone to see the boot, and I didn't want the boot to be in any of the pictures. So I needed to navigate that. So I did pull things out of her cupboard for the mehndi night, and that was an interesting experience because I pulled together something that was not usually my style, and it was like this skirt, and I had this long Punjabi top over, but it was silk, so it looked really nice.
Okay.
Like, it looked appropriate, but it was very, it was all sorts of uncomfortable trying to get comfortable with a new style and the boot. And I never wear lehengas, and I was wearing a lehenga for the night before and the wedding, which to me was going to be an interesting experience because I feel very like vulnerable in a lehenga, because like with the sari, the mandani drapes over you, so you've got like the shape from the pleats and everything, and then you've got this mandani that goes over, and it's like gracefully, that can also be pleated so that it gives you a shape and it's hiding the rolls, whereas with the lehenga you've got the skirt, the top, and the shawl, and maybe you can pleat the shawl to hide the rolls, but
and it's typically like a crop
sometimes
effect, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's always a little bit of skin. But the lehengas were really, really pretty. And I've been hunting high and low for a soft skirt lehenga for I think the last 3 years, from the time my cousin got married in like 2022. And I finally found 2. So the one was like bottle green and silver, and the other was this floral with like pink, and that was for the wedding, which was during the day.
I loved that one.
I actually also love that one now. I'm just patiently waiting to wear it again. And I like that it can very easily be switched up because of how it looks. And yeah, I grabbed some jewelry while I was there as well, because she has genuinely some of the best stuff. And then a lot of it I just had because I mean you can really use everything over and over again. My sister also scored 2 outfits that day as well.
Yeah.
Because no, she had outfits and then she was like, this kind of looks nice. And she ended up going with things that were really a little bit different to what she's used to. And they ended up looking really cool. Like her outfit for the wedding was like those dhoti styled pants. So dhoti is like a piece of cloth that an Indian male would wear, and they tie it in a style so it's like pants. I will show you a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like style like that, and it looked really, really, really nice. And I wanted to wear, so I wanted those like high-waisted pants at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I went with, like the intention of finding. Did not work for me, did not suit me. I'll try again after I've lost 10 kgs.
Oh, the pink one. Was it
the purple one?
Purple
yes,
one.
yes.
Oh, and it was so pretty.
She ended up getting a green one with
that was really pretty.
like the cotton pink and blue for the mehndi night, and it was very, very pretty. But yeah, so I think the outfits are really fun. Because everybody else dresses up as well, and it's so nice because you get pictures, and then the pictures that you get from a wedding, you just use it. All the birthdays, everything that you need to put up a picture for, you have, because you've had like 3 days of functions. So it's 3 days of outfits.
Yeah.
So you got multiple pictures to choose from. But it was also just nice to see everyone after such a long time.
Oh yeah, because it was a friend.
Yeah, and it was like a family friend. So,
oh,
yeah. And I mean, I haven't been back home in I think 6 months. And some of our friends that were actually at the wedding, I think I haven't seen in like 2-3 years, just because they're now in different countries or different provinces. So it was a really cool way to catch up after such a long time. Also, just to see the uncles and aunties, because that's fun too. Thankfully, nobody asked any of us who was getting married next. I don't know who won though, but nobody asked, and we were grateful.
What was the prepared answer? You can't walk out into those situations without a script.
I actually didn't go in with one.
Okay.
It was just like, we're gonna wing it when we're there.
Ah.
But yeah, thankfully none of the aunties asked. And nobody said you're next, which was... I can't tell if it was disappointing or not, because there's always an auntie at a wedding that says...
Have they given up hope?
And I'm just like, should we be concerned?
They're like, these modern women. Oh.
But yeah, no, it was a beautiful wedding. Like, the venue was stunning, and every little detail. And like, I think the thing that I appreciate most about an Indian wedding is the level of detail. And there's so many functions, so it's so easy to get overwhelmed, and to have, I think, a village that can support you, and everybody gets their inputs, and everybody really does get involved, and there's so much support and so much love and so much help. And with this function, the level of detail was phenomenal. Like, the decor, the outfits, the people, like you could feel the love and effort that was put into it, and like how important she was to her parents, or she is to her parents, and then all of just the people that were there, like, to celebrate it. Like, you really leave a wedding feeling so full, with like a heart so full of love.
Okay.
That was, yeah. I'm ready for another wedding.
Oh, it's soon though.
August. Yeah.
We'll do another debrief like this. But I have more questions.
So that's gonna be a South Indian wedding.
Okay.
Because this was a North Indian wedding.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely gonna have another debrief. But I have more questions now.
Okay.
Decor. Because I've seen a lot. Obviously, I've seen a lot of pictures on Pinterest and stuff, but I've also seen like a lot from your functions from those previous weddings as well. Yeah. The flowers and the intricate designs. How do you decide which flowers do you use? What colors are they like standard colors or like traditional colors, or is it really just up to you and what you...
I think it's up to you.
Okay, cool.
I think it's up to you and
your family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and your mood board on Pinterest.
Cool.
It's usually just the ceremony or certain parts of the ceremony that are traditional. So that would be based on your family or the groom's family. I think that part depends. But yeah, now the colors, the decor, the vibe, that's
All
up to you and your mood board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So many possibilities.
So many possibilities. I feel like things just talk to you because I feel like if you go through mood boards, you can see the colors. And
yeah, you probably, if you go through your mood board, there's probably one color that's standing out. It's probably going to be your color.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Also, for the pre-wedding...
We also have a lot of general Bollywood inspiration.
Okay.
So...
It's been a while since I watched a Bollywood movie here.
Oh, I feel like we could do a marathon. So my friend, for example, she's always wanted a big fat Hindi wedding. And...
We need to come up with a proper name.
Obsessed with Bollywood. For this episode, absolutely.
No, because as soon as you say that, people are naturally going to hear my big fat Greek wedding.
Yeah,
but I feel like this needs a specific
it does
thing because it's too precious and too big a moment.
Yeah,
it needs its own.
The enormity of an Indian wedding deserves its own title.
Yes.
Yeah. She's always wanted a big fat. Yeah. That's like the Shaadi. She's always wanted the Shaadi, and so like the inspiration also kind of comes from there. It's like you'll watch and like, oh, this is cool, that's cool, I want this, I want that. So that I feel like that plays a small role in it. Yeah.
And for the pre-wedding functions, do you have them, the bride and groom, as like a combined thing, or does the bride do their pre-wedding functions and the groom has their own pre-wedding functions?
Usually it's separate.
Okay.
Modernization, some people have it together. Depends on you and your family, I guess.
Okay. Interesting. No bachelorette. Even as like modernization times now.
So you have your bridal showers. I know with South Indian tradition, they have like a prayer. It's not really a prayer, it's kind of like a prayer, but it happens before everything, where it's like an Indian bridal shower, and the aunties will like bless the bride so that she has a happy marriage, a long marriage, a good husband, and that the whole thing is just successful.
Okay. Oh yeah, kind of like a bridal shower, because we have like bridal shower, bridal breakfasts, and then after that is the actual bachelorette. Because we don't have... I wouldn't take your aunties with you to Las Vegas when we still young. That was just...
No, so this is like it's like a traditional... I feel like there's a lot of spirituality to the Indian weddings. So like this prayer thing that she'd have with her aunts is kind of like a prayer. Blessings for good health and, a happy marriage and all of that.
Yeah, just like
there's a name for it. Again, these names are...
There's lots of names, because I know...
There's lots of names I can't pronounce.
Like with traditional Christian weddings, you do have counseling sessions with the pastor prior to your actual ceremony. And you have to finish all sessions with the pastor before you get your ceremony. Actually, now that we're on that point, to get your wedding date...
Yes, hence my light bulb moment when you actually have to open book.
Yes,
yes. So sometimes, like back in the day when they were setting up marriages, they would open book, and it's essentially just looking at the groom's astrology and the bride's astrology and just doing an analysis of whether or not they would be compatible. So them on their own and then them together. I think now it's done like just before. So you would just before the wedding. So when you decide you're getting engaged, they will open book, they'll look at his, they'll look at hers, and then they'll be like, cool. Based on the Hindu calendar, here are the dates for the wedding that would be appropriate. And then you can pick one of those dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens if they're like, no, actually... not a match?
Sometimes you can do... I don't think it's ever not a match. I think it's more... there's kind of maybe blocking this being successful. Here's a prayer that may help mitigate that. If it's not a match, I I think it just genuinely does it last. Like if it's not a match and you choose to probably not do the prayer, so if it really just isn't a match and you still kind of go ahead and do it, I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to last very long.
That'd be an interesting step to have.
I know, right?
Forget all of this other nonsense that they're doing on Stats SA.
I wonder.
This is what I want to know.
Like how many gurus have said, nah, you guys aren't compatible, and you guys still went ahead?
Yeah, girl, you're still married.
Yeah.
Please, sorry to expose, but if this is you,
tell us.
We're so interested. We won't judge.
Shit.
We're just genuinely
curious.
interested.
That is actually interesting. What else? What is different? Again, it's the detail. So the cool thing I think about Indian weddings is, I think the cool thing about Indian weddings is that it's not just, it's the union of two families, but it's also the vows that you take. So there are 7 vows that you take that basically represent like your duty, prosperity, love, strength, like for family, and I think friendship. Like it's for the couple to have like these 7 things in their marriage. And then the symbolism of a married woman is her tali or her mangalsutra, and then her sindur, or South Indians use kumkum, and that's like the red dot that goes on your head, and that's really pretty.
And then number 7 comes out a lot during the wedding ceremony, so you guys have to circle the fire.
7 vows, 7 times around
the fire.
It's apparently 7 times around the fire to like represent that you'll be together for like 7 lifetimes. I don't know how true that is, but we're gonna run with it. And then there's 7 steps, and I think the 7 steps are like the 7 promises that you make to take together in life to have a successful marriage.
So that's 3 things.
Yeah.
7, 7, 7.
I don't know if there's any more.
No, I'm just interesting to see, because in Christianity, 777 is considered God's number.
Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, there's a lot of spirituality to it, which is like somehow peaceful and calming and feels very grounded.
It's supposed to be, because it's the
even
union
the
of
actual
2 lives.
Yes, and even the actual ceremony, just watching it, like there's a level of peace to it, and like this really serene level of beauty, and it's like watching the couple this weekend was like being in this bubble, and you're just focused on the prayer and the mantras and the hawan and everything happening in front of you. Oh, and then they also do garlands. So again, different names in different parts of India, but it's basically these garlands, and the bride will put it over the groom and the groom will put it over the bride, and they do this exchange, and it's basically that they're accepting each other.
Oh, I've seen them. They're so pretty.
Yeah, we could talk about Indian weddings for a very, very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're here, I feel like I need to go do some deep research into Indian weddings.
I will be here interviewing as ever.
We'll have this conversation again in August.
Oh, yes.
I'm actually very excited for that one as well.
Don't you have to do a dance at that one?
I do. Let's see how me and my ankle fare for that.
I was just thinking.
I'm committed to the cause. It needs to get better, because no, dancing at that one is going to be sentimental. So I need my ankle to be good. Yeah.
And considering the level of intricacy in some of the dances, you're going to need full support.
Yeah. Also very excited for the outfits then, because I'll actually get to wear a sari, which I'm excited about. This ankle needs to keep it together.
You have your saris for that wedding though?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
I do. Well prepared.
Very well prepared.
I need to make the blouses. I don't know where I'm going to make the blouses in Joburg, but if anybody knows a reputable tailor, dressmaker, let us know, please.
I love the way you're asking them. Ask Babs.
Oh, yeah.
Though she has an insight because her mom makes them for her sometimes.
But yeah, Indian weddings are special.
Do you know what wedding now? First of all, I need to actually experience An Indian wedding?
Yeah, if you haven't been to an Indian wedding, it absolutely needs to be on your bucket list.
Yeah.
It is an experience.
I really wanted one here and one in actual India. So if anyone is having a destination wedding in India, please invite us.
So if I'm not mistaken, when you're in India, if you're in India, and this was way back when we went like years ago, I remember them telling us, so we were, the hotel that we stayed at, there was a wedding happening downstairs. And we asked the reception about it, and they said that there was a wedding happening, and they said that if we wanted, we could go see.
Okay.
Like we could just randomly gate crash this person's wedding.
Okay.
But basically, they would never turn you away because it would be bad blessings for the couple.
Okay.
So if you're ever in India and you see a wedding, you probably could just go have a small peek. Just give the bride and groom the blessings, but you could go have a small peek.
Yeah, and also just be
Mindful?
yes, very mindful about it. So what I'm hearing is we just need to go to India.
Yes.
And also go shopping.
Yeah. But they were always keen to book flights to anywhere at any point.
To be fair,
We
yes.
have a problem.
Oh, we do have a problem.
But yeah, we digress until the wedding in August.
Until the wedding in August. Also, Hindu wedding. We went to Muslim wedding, sorry.
I've actually never been to one.
Say, I'm very interested.
Me too, actually.
Because I know the dresses that they tend to.
I know their ceremonies also got like intricate meaning behind it.
Very intricate meaning, and they have multiple days.
Yeah. And it's also very different because I know
Yes.
that they get married separately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
Wedding season.
Yeah, we should. Please. We bring our own food. Just just need to know date and time. So we can so we can debrief on the mic and bring everyone to South Africa's weddings.
Yeah.
Because it's so much fun talking about weddings.
It is. It's also so much fun going to a wedding.
It is. It's stressful getting dressed for a wedding.
Oh, absolutely. And getting there on time.
Did you get there on time?
For the actual wedding, yes. We did get there on time. Because
Okay.
it was quite a drive away. So everybody got up really early and we got there on time.
Oh, do they start early?
This wedding was at 10:30
Oh, okay.
in the morning. Yeah.
So yeah.
It depends. You can get a 10:30 wedding. I mean, sometimes you can get a 3 p.m. wedding.
Oh, okay, so it's at your discretion.
Up to you. Up to, I think, when they open book as well. So they also give you the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of detail.
Lots of
Episode.
detail. Another episode. Until next time.